everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Shannon. I am a homeschooling mom of 8 kids, and today I'm going to give you a tour of our freezers and pantry area. This is real life, and I have kids here. They're going to play the Wii for a little while, and I'm going to try to... they're not charged. Okay, we're going to figure out the Wii, and then we're going to do a tour. Alright, I think they are getting the Wii figured out, so I'm going to go ahead and start in the house because I'm in the house. In the house, we have a fridge and freezer, and we also have a chest freezer. And then I'm going to show you the pantry areas in the house. So I'll start in the fridge. This is our fridge. It is kind of a mess right now. I mainly just got leftovers, eggs. This sack's got lettuce in it from our garden. Milk and coffee creamer and juice. My yeast is back there in that big jar. And then there's some pickled peppers, yogurt. This has got leftover pie, and this is turtle food. It's just peelings from a squash. And in my drawers I've got cheese and lunch meat in this drawer. And the bottom drawer here has got part of an onion, cucumbers, and some carrots. And then on the door we've got all the condiments, of course. And then up here is where I keep my half and half. This is milk and heavy cream. Alright, and then in our freezer we have Mommy's drawer here. An ice pack. I have 2 empty spots here because I had frozen food in there that got stuck and I had to get it out, and I haven't put anything in there yet. And then the bottom's got some candy bars. In here I've got, these are some little chocolate milks, and most of my chocolate chips and nuts are back there. And then this is a rice pack, another rice pack. Some baking stuff. There's some French bread and some fish there. And then some bean burritos, and this bottom drawer has got our smoothie stuff in there. What happened to you? You okay? Are you okay? So in my kitchen, I have cupboards along here, and I'll show you the ones that have food in them. This cupboard here has got all of our drinks, like tea, hot tea. These are electrolytes, instant coffee in here. I've got some like specialty baking stuff here that I was using for Trim Healthy Mama that I don't use super often, but sometimes. Hot chocolate, tea bags. Up here we've got sugar, powdered sugar, and marshmallows. And then above my stove is where I keep oil, spray oil, some salt, honey. There's cocoa up there, there's stevia, vinegar, cornstarch, molasses, baking stuff up there. And this cupboard here has got all my spices in it, and like food coloring, that kind of stuff. And then I also keep my popcorn in this cupboard because that's where my popcorn maker is. And then on this side of the kitchen, these cupboards are filled with, we've got cereal here, my husband's protein powder, and oatmeal up here. This is gluten and some rye here for grinding, protein bars, and there's some crackers back there. This is where we keep our bread and more protein bars and lots of just like little dried fruit snack stuff. I've also got collagen here, creatine, and I keep a little container of stevia here for when I want to use it in my coffee. And then in this corner cupboard is just snack stuff that doesn't really have anywhere else to live. So I put it up here. It's not very organized at all, but I know what's up here and I know how to find it, so that's all that matters. I also keep my coffee here because my coffee pot's right there. So my coffee stays here. And then there's like cereal, or not cereal, syrup here, peanut butter, that kind of stuff. This cupboard has got dried beans and peas in it and some flour up there in the top and a soup mix. These ones above the fridge here have got some potato chips in them, and then I've got fruit up on top of the fridge, bananas, apples in there, and some lemons. And then down below here is some of my canned food that I keep. There's a lot of canned food in here. Spaghetti sauce, tomatoes, canned tomatoes, all the canned vegetables are here. We've got like green beans and mixed vegetables. There's some salmon, some soup, corn on the bottom, beans, tuna, peas, pumpkin, more beans, some baking stuff. I've also got this blue corn flour that I haven't used for anything. I just don't really know what to do with it. I suppose I could make cornbread out of it, but I don't know how it'll turn out. But I might give it a try. I've got several bags of those we got from the food bank, and I haven't yet to use them because they're something I don't use often, and they intimidate me a little bit. Down here I've got some cornbread mix, some pineapple, these are like some gluten-free noodles, and some granola bars, more corn muffin mix, and just some random things in the bottom of there. So that is all the food in my kitchen. And now I will show you outside of the kitchen the food that I have. I have a linen closet that I emptied out. It did have linens in it, but excuse me, I need somewhere to keep my food, my canned food, as I can it. So, top shelf, this is all beet jelly. These are all pickled peppers. These are all canned beans. I've got beets here, and then I've got like zucchinis and squash from the garden that I haven't done anything with yet. And then down on the bottom we've got the canned carrots. This is a box of onions. This is my wheat for grinding into flour. So this is this closet. I'm excited to get it all full of home canned items because it will look beautiful in there. Makes me happy to see all of the home canned food. So then also in the mud room is where we have our pantry area and our chest freezer. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that. Okay, so this is our pantry area with snow clothes and boots on the bottom. I've got a shelf here, but it doesn't have a whole lot of food on it. It just holds random things. So in our pantry area, there is pasta up on the top shelf here. I've got some water and vinegar. Those are snacks. They're not M&Ms. There's peanuts, like bagged peanuts. Up there, I've got a bunch of canned food that didn't fit in the kitchen. I've got dried fruit, pickles, peanut butter, milk, lots of juice. Then I've got some spaghetti noodles. This is all rice. Right here is all rice. Some split peas because I ran out of room. I've got all beans down here, beans and beans. And then I've got some crackers here with cereal behind there. I've also got syrup, oil, salad dressing, mayonnaise, ketchup, vinegar. These are some more salad dressings, or you could use them for like marinade. I have not, I don't use them often. I should use them more often. I just need to put it on my list to use it for marinade. It just tastes really like Italian dressing. But we get those at food bank, so I have a ton of them because there was a while there they were like bringing them every single month, so I had a ton of them. And then down here on the bottom, we have got some jalapeno peppers, diced jalapeno and picante peppers. I've got a coconut oil, some more oatmeal here, an applesauce, some more dried fruit, honey nut peanuts, and my canned tuna that my daddy brought me. And then here I've got some coconut water, and this is a box of canned milk. So that is what is in the house in the pantry area here. And then over here is our little freezer. This little freezer, I don't like using chest freezers because they are just a pain. They get stuff loaded in there and then you can't find what you're looking for without taking everything else out. So what I did was take everything out of here and just put meat in this freezer. So this has got our beef in there that we cut up, the part that we brought home with us, plus all of my zucchini that I shredded so far. So I've got lots of zucchini in here, and then a cheese and some bananas. I've got all the ground beef is stacked on the bottom here. So I've got all of those, and then there's a roast. On the other side here I've got some steaks and some roasts. And then I've also got these juice bottles that were empty. I washed them out and then just filled them with water and put the lids on them and stuck them in here. And I use these for like when we go camping, or if I'm going somewhere far away to get groceries and I need ice. It's like having a block of ice. So I put those in my coolers with whatever I need to keep cold, and then I don't have to buy ice because I have a block of ice in there. So that's what those are for. And I've used them a lot this summer, so that's been nice to have them. So that's what's in the chest freezer in the house, mainly meat, beef, and zucchini and ice chunks. So now I'll go out to the garage and I'll show you what's out in the garage. Okay, this is our shop, and in the shop we have two freezers, this one and this one, and an extra fridge. So in our small freezer here we have got all of our breakfast sausage and some ribs here. See what else is in here. A soup bone, there's one package of hamburgers, there's some deer steak, pork loin roast, nuts on the bottom, and some chops. There's also some more beef down there in the bottom with some elk steaks. This is all the sweet corn that we froze a couple weeks ago. And there's also some little chocolate milks and a gallon of frozen milk. This shelf I've got, this is pumpkin from last year. I need to start using up. Got some cookies, some apples, some cream, some peaches that I probably just need to throw away. There's some chicken broth, also some beans. These are sauteed mushrooms. There's some pear sauce back there. There is some pie crusts. And then here is, this is all pork except for this corned beef. The rest of these are pork roasts. So that's our the little freezer. The next freezer, the big freezer, has got, so on the door, that light's not very good, we've got frozen fruit, a lot of blueberries. I've also got some hot dogs that I just bought, some blueberry bread. These are like orange sauce for cooking with. I have used one. We got those from the food bank also. They are okay. Next time I will not use the whole bag. I'll just use half a bag because it was overpowering with all of it. Anyway, there's some, these are, except for this one's ham. This one are smoked meat that came from a box at Christmas from my husband's work. It had a box full of different kinds of smoked meat, like it's got buffalo, Canadian bacon. This one's a bison roast. So those are just things we haven't had yet. We've got some vegetables here, peas, broccoli, cauliflower, and then I've also got German sausage in that row. And then on the bottom is some stuff from my dad. There's goose jerky, there's some strawberry jam, smoked cheese, and then some soup and more vegetable or more fruit down there. And then inside the freezer, the top shelf has got bread on it. These are all of our breads that we get from the clearance rack at Walmart. You can see 50 cents, 60 cents. So we use those up. The next row here has got regular bread. I've also got some frozen hash browns and bagels. and then some bacon in there, and I think there's like French toast underneath there. This one has got breakfast casserole frozen. It's got pancakes, French toast, some more bagels. All the bacon is in there. Cheese, blueberry bread, fish sticks, baked oatmeal. I've got green beans that I froze last year, last fall or part of the winter. We got boxes of green beans at the food bank, so I froze those. I've also got all the bratwursts are in there, and all of the fish, salmon, halibut that my dad brought me whenever he came. Here's some clams. So that's what's in this shelf. And then on the bottom shelf we've got chicken. These are chicken drum legs, whole chickens. We've got a turkey breast. This one is a pheasant roast. There's a whole turkey in there. So that's what I've got in this freezer. And then in my small freezer above the refrigerator, I've got a lot of tortillas. I've got a whole box of bologna, but we've also got nuts here. These are some rolls. And then I've got some more bread frozen, French bread, and tortillas. And then in the fridge down here, I don't put much on the door because it hangs weird and then it won't close all the way if there's too much weight. But I've got a couple yogurts and the lemons there. We've got all of our extra eggs in here. Eggs on the top shelf with bagels and some random drinks. There's butter and cheese in the drawer. Oh, just butter. Must have took whatever else out that I had in there. Butter in there. Milk on the bottom shelf. Apples. Lots more eggs back there. Butter. And then lots of carrots in the bottom drawer. And I actually have this drawer. Kolter cleaned it out for me and I haven't put it back in there. Oh, and this box has got oranges in it still from when I went to the food bank a couple months ago. They had a load of oranges. They had tons left over, so I brought a box home and they are still in there. So that is, let's see if I can close this door. All the lights are off. That is a tour of my food stuff in my house, my pantry and freezers. Again, we are a family of 10 people, and I try to keep food stocked so that I don't have to go to the store every week. I hate going to the grocery store. I really don't like it. So I try to just do it as least amount of times as I have to, and store food. I grew up, right now we live about 20 miles away from Walmart. I grew up about 60 miles away from the nearest store. So as a kid, I remember going shopping and, you know, like having 3 grocery carts full of food that were pushing around the store because it wasn't often that we went to town. And usually it was with my grandma, and she was always feeding a lot of people. So she would always have lots of food. So I kind of grew up with that mindset of, we need to have lots of food all the time. And Austin's parents live far away. They have the same. But we go through a lot of food. So if I were to just eat down our pantry, it would probably be gone in like a month and a half because we eat so much food. But thank you for watching today. I hope you enjoyed the tour. If you have any questions, make sure you leave them in the comments below, and I'll chat with you down there. And if you have not subscribed yet and you want to see more videos, make sure you hit the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Bye.